That's
Interesting.
you going outside of the boundaries of the relationship.
And I assume this would apply both ways, right? If a woman were to watch, it would also be cheating. Opening this up to the panel, do you think that watching while in a relationship is cheating?
I have never heard that before in my life. That is a crazy claim. Like, what do y'all think? Comment below what you think. Is watching a nasty movie or video considered cheating while in a relationship? Me personally, I would say no. Would I like it? No. But I couldn't classify it as cheating. Like, imagine explaining to your friends and family why you and so-and-so broke up because you walked in and caught her watching Call of Booty. Like, that would be crazy.
No, but I don't.
She cheated on me. What'd she do? Man, she was watching SpongeBob No Pants.
Like it.
You don't like it, okay.
No.
Not cheating?
Not cheating.
Like, but do you dislike it if your partner were to watch?
If
Or
it's
not
like an
care?
OnlyFans situation where they're paying the woman, but if they're just watching.
Oh, yeah, now that I can see. OnlyFans, I can side with that, man. If you catch your mans and he paying for a whole bunch of girls' OnlyFans,
That's what I'm saying.
No issue.
he need counseling.
I don't care.
Okay.
Same answer as her.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think it's necessary.
So you wouldn't want it, right?
No.
Okay.
What'd she do that for?
I see it as cheating, yeah.
Cheating? Okay.
I think it's fun to watch it together, actually. It's kind of sexy.
All right.
That's cheating. That's a deal breaker.
Cheating. Jake, your
I
thoughts?
wouldn't put it in the boundary of cheating, but I'd say it's very much undesirable.
Right.
Yeah, definitely frowned upon, but I wouldn't class any girl. If I beat a girl and she just addicted to nasty videos, we gotta have a sit down, shorty.
Women find it undesirable, certainly. What would be because I don't know if women consume the same rates of men, and there's like obviously differentials between men and women here. I wonder if the perhaps counter to women's disdain for their partners or men watching would be women who use social media. Would you say that's a fair comparison?
I'd
Yeah,
say
I
it's
can
actually
see
a
that.
direct comparison.
Yeah, I can see that. Not just use social media, but be using it to garner attention. You know what I'm saying? Have naked pictures and links in the bio and cash apps in the bio. When you just seem like a bust down Tatiana on yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Insofar
not
as
so much not use, but like overly use social media, have a public profile and are doing
Where
it
they get attention.
But it's like a gratuitous use of social media for attention, as opposed to needing it for something.
Any challenges there from the panel?
I mean,
Is
unless
that-
it's like your job, like there's also.
Yeah, yeah. If you need it for your work, and if you're like
Yeah.
into marketing, or if you've got something going on, then for
Like
sure.
if you were dating someone and you're posting on social media
Yeah.
like that, that's different.
Yeah.
Using social media, that's what you said?
It doesn't map on 100% one-to-one, but I think men are much more sex-driven and women are much more attention-driven, and you guys get attention through social media.
Yeah, I would actually say that social media for women is like what for men in terms of instant gratification, because men can just go and get their rocks off.
Yeah, I like that. I like that correlation, but that's a fact because that's where they get their dopamine from. They wake up seeking attention. What video or what picture can I post to get the most attention, even though I lose character points or it's not very cool? Same with guys. I'm just trying to get my rocks off, beat the meat one time, and carry on like nothing happened.
Straight away. But with women, they can get attention, and like those are the two things that we both sort of go towards in terms of instant gratification.
But
I
I'm
can
not,
see
like,
that because they
touching
can also
myself
be
to my Instagram
addictive.
comments.
Yes.
They both are addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It completely depends on the context.
Well, I mean,
of what
if
you're using social
generally
media for.
speaking, when we talk about instant gratification for guys, it's like a sexual thing, right? So
Right.
if a guy's like people call them like incels, they involuntary celibate, then they'll go on time just for instant gratification rather than doing the hard work. But for women, I'd say that attention is the thing that they go towards in terms of that instant gratification that actually make like it sort of sours your character a little bit.
But I still think it depends on the context of what you're doing on social media. Like, what if you're posting stuff about your husband or your...
Then you're not doing it for attention. Like, it be making my head hurt how these ladies on here don't know how to critical think. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not saying post every post you make. He specifically saying you posting to get attention. So you posting your husband, you not trying to get attention. And if you got a social media, post 10 pictures of yourself and then post your husband and see how the likes different. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to see your ugly ass hug.
Kids.
I'd say
Things like
if
that,
it,
not, you know, not
if it's in the parameters
publicly.
of like a private account where you've just got family and friends and you're posting about your family, then that's all good.
And what if you're talking about like niche life experiences?
What do you mean, as in like going traveling and that sort of thing, or?
As in like say like recovery related type of thing,
Oh, yeah.
or like documenting, you know.
Yeah, so it kind of falls into what I was saying before in terms of having like a purpose to use it that's outside of just, like I said, like gratuitous attention seeking.
I mean, I definitely get like that it feels good to get like lots of likes or go viral or whatever, but yeah.
But it's more about like what's the intention behind it, because if the intention is male validation, because you see that all the time, right? Like you'll see a girl who has a boyfriend who's just posting these bikini photos where her ass is out and there's all these thirsty guys. There's literally no need for that if you're in a relationship, and that for me would be completely unacceptable.
Right, 100%. I can
But if
see
she's
that,
got-
but if you're just like.
But if she's got
being-
one of those like Instagram pages where she's has like a little community of women and they're talking about their freaking chakras or whatever, then and their dinner dates and their tea parties and shit, like that's fine. But if it's directed towards male attention, then that's
so if
different.
it's directed towards male attention,
Yeah.
you would say that's
Yeah,
equivalent.
and
to-
DMs would probably be off unless you follow the person, I'd say.
So you wouldn't date a lingerie swim model because
God,
she'd
no.
be close to that.
God no,
Figured.
wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. No,
Yeah.
too much.
She ain't like that at all. Ain't no way. Nah, I wouldn't. And I'd mess with one, you know what I'm saying? I'd mess around with one, but as far as like wife and take her seriously, nah, I really couldn't.
Too much
insecure?
attention. No, what's insecure about it?
That you can't handle the woman getting attention.
Why it always go to that? Why it always go to the dude gotta be insecure? That's like saying I got a Lamborghini and I park it in the public and I lock my car. Oh, he's insecure. Like, like no, I'm just being smart. Why is not being smart? Being logical, understanding risk management, man. Why it can't be that? I just automatically I'm insecure. Like nobody say that. Oh, when the girl say I want a man taller than me. Oh, you're insecure. Oh, I want a man stronger than me. Oh, you're insecure. I want a man that make more money than me. Oh, you're insecure. Nobody ever say that. But when a guy has a preference, like nah, I really wouldn't date a girl that shows her skin and her body off on social media all the time. Me personally, I wouldn't date it. Oh, you're insecure. How? Like, where are you
For
getting
her
that
work?
from?
No, I just wouldn't want my wife putting her body online for everyone else to see, because that should be within the sanctity of my home.
Well, what if that's her job to wear stuff like that draws
I
attention?
wouldn't
He
go
wouldn't date
towards
her.
somebody who has a job where they have to show their body off
Like, well, it's simple. I'm just not gonna date her. You mad at me because I won't date her?
all the time. Simple.
And what's the reason for that?
Because that's mine to see. It's not the world's to see.
Okay.
Yeah. What's
think it's
insecure
a-
about that?
Respect thing.
I think it's all preference.
But why is it insecure? You called it insecure.
Maybe it's not insecure for you, but I think there's a lot of guys who feel insecure from a woman having that job.
Why is it insecure?
Wait, wouldn't it actually be super? Wouldn't it be? So you said bikini lingerie model.
Yeah.
So a guy who's willing to pass up a woman who, on paper, is so attractive that she's able to do lingerie modeling, swimsuit modeling, he's willing to pass up such an attractive woman. Wouldn't that actually be really secure? He's not willing to date her despite her beauty because of the work she does.
Well, what's your name again?
Jake.
I think Jake's values are in the right place, so I don't see it as insecure. But I think there are a lot of men out there who want that type of woman and can't handle it when they actually date this.
They don't want. Like, girls get this confused with wanting to knock you down, which, you know what I'm saying, have nasty time with you. I'm trying to knock you down is different than I'm trying to wife you. But girls low-key blend those together. Like, oh, if he willing to have sex with me, that mean he like me like that. No. So when most guys see the sex workers and the OnlyFans and the strippers and the lingerie models, they think, I want to knock her down. You feel me? They not thinking, oh, I want to wife her. I'm finna settle down with her. They not thinking that. But girls be collude like, oh, you don't know how to
And I
divide
don't
the
really
two.
understand the exact
Do you think that it's
reasoning.
maybe something that's intrinsic within men, that when we have our woman, it's our woman, and we don't want anybody else seeing her body. And that there's something that even if you're sort of like a guy who says that he's completely fine with it, there's going to be something that grates on you about that, because you've got all of these guys who are seeing your body, and that's what marriage is. You know, you get walked down the aisle in your white dress, and your father hopefully gives you away to the guy, and then you become one. And that's the sanctity of marriage, is being able to engage in that sort of relationship with each other where nobody else gets to see
Well, I
your
think
body.
they get to see you in one way, where, like in a sexual way with your partner. But
that's what the modeling is.
I
though,
don't
the
think
lingerie
modeling needs to be sexualized just because a woman isn't wearing like a full coverage outfit.
It is though. Like y'all be arguing. I feel like it shouldn't be. Shouldn't be doesn't matter. It is. You know what I'm saying? You ain't modeling in half naked clothes because I feel like it shouldn't be sexualized. You modeling in half naked clothes because it is sexualized, and sex sells. You know what I'm saying? So even if you don't feel like that, the company that's hiring you, that got you modeling like this, they think like that. They don't give a fuck how you feel or what you.
It
like,
doesn't
what does that
mean
matter?
she's trying to allude to sex. I think there's advertising for lingerie, which I guess you wear lingerie. in
But the reason
bedroom,
why
so.
you advertise for lingerie is because it's a sexual thing, and you need to sexualize the lingerie
But
in
not
order
swim.
in order
Duh.
to sell it.
But yes.
Swimwear might be a little bit different, but I still wouldn't do it.
It's levels to swimwear though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's modest swimwear out there, but then there's some swimwear that's barely covering up anything, thong all up your booty. Like it's levels to swimwear, so you can't put everything just in one little box like that. You know,
Because
like
just for the mere fact that I wouldn't want everybody seeing my wife's body
Yeah.
in that way. But lingerie is a little bit different, because lingerie is it's a sexual thing, and
Right.
it's sort of meant to spice up the bedroom. I understand there's a market for it, and I think it would be a healthy thing for couples to engage in that if they want to. But in terms of the modelling side of it, it would just be too much of a. It would just be something that I wouldn't personally go for myself.
Is that a broad statement over like people that model like lingerie and stuff? Are you saying that like, or are you saying that as an overall thing of other people doing it or yourself? Because don't you post like fully naked pictures online?
No, I don't
Oh, I
post
thought
that
you
kind
said
of stuff
you did.
online. No, I'm just saying if you were posting like full nudes, which I don't really know if people can post that on Instagram. I guess some people get away with it. I think that's being attention seeking. And you're trying to gain attention from that.
Well, like OnlyFans. Like if you're doing OnlyFans. That was kind of where I was going with
And what's
it.
the question about it?
When you were talking about him or men being insecure of being a model, like you said, modeling isn't sexual, but what about OnlyFans where it's literally
OnlyFans,
sexual?
different story completely.
Okay.
I just mean like campaigns, advertisements that you walk into a mall and see. You wouldn't date a Victoria's Secret model because she's showing off her body.
Yeah,
Got
it.
but that's in accordance with my values. I
Yes.
understand that there would be guys who would take the sexual side of things, and they'd be more willing to have somebody who's really hot and sexy, and less about the values that I would hold more dear. But
they don't like that. She don't like that one bit, man. Well, yeah, that's what we talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like the morals and the character when somebody wants to wife you and think about having kids with you and you raising the kids and your reputation, all that matters. So of course guys want to sex you when you showing off your body and everything, but every dude that's looking for a wholesome wife and somebody he could be proud of and take the PTA meetings and hold her hand and he don't want her doing it. He don't.
yeah, for me, it would the value of sanctity is much more important for me than sexuality. So.
If a man is comfortable knowing that like millions of other men are lusting and looking at his girl in like a sexual way, then that. But I think that it's like natural for guys to also be possessive.
Yeah.
And then guys know it's natural to also lust. So I think a lot of guys would be not like that because they're possessive of the person that they're with.
Yeah.
I don't think that's wrong.
I mean, I think it's attractive if somebody has that in them, like they want to be the
But it was insecure just a while ago. Come on, you gotta make your mind up, baby. You taking me on the dudes, you making my head hurt. It was insecure just a while ago.
only person to see their woman that way. That's
So would
all.
you quit your work then if somebody asked that of you?
No, I'm a lingerie designer.
What if he provided for you and you didn't have to?
I have passion behind my work. I would never.
But what about if you could do
You
the
could design it, but you ain't got to model it.
design part, and you could do the marketing part, but you didn't have to do the modeling part?
Yeah.
Would that be a compromise that you would do? You'd take down the OnlyFans and the Instagram photos and everything, private little Instagram, just you and your friends, and you just do purely the business side of things?
Instagram. There's nothing explicit
I haven't, but it's just a
about my
hypothetical
Instagram.
question. Would you do that? Because you said you've got an OnlyFans.
Yes.
So shut down anything in terms of public nudity in any regards.
I'd shut down my OnlyFans for sure, and the only reason I'm doing OnlyFans is to self-fund my lingerie business. We launch next February, so we are a startup, and it's very expensive to manufacture.
Do you go by a different name on OnlyFans?
I
You
have
you have your main OnlyFans,
Yeah.
and then you have another one, Renee.
do.
Renee?
Renee Richards, yeah.
Yeah, is that yours?
That's mine.
So what kind of content do you post on there?
Nervous. She looking nervous. She looking nervous.
Lingerie.
You don't post anything nude.
No, I do have nudity on.
Oh, why you cap us there like that? Oh, she capped us there. You ain't think my boy Brian was doing his due diligence over there. He doing his research on the computer. What you thought the computer was for fake? She specifically asked you. Do you be posting new? Oh, she said full. So you said full. So maybe you finna have a little asterisk by it and say, no, they not full nudes. I had shoes on. Or maybe you gonna say something like that. But you didn't claim the nudity at first because you knew that was gonna make you look a certain way. Yeah. Deep down, that's why you sitting here arguing this stand so hard. I be knowing. Like, once a lady argue a stand so hard, I know she falls into that category. And then once you're insecure because, I know you riding too hard for this, so you have to have a questionable background.
Lingerie.
You don't post anything nude.
No, I do have nudity on
We
right
know.
now.
You literally, she was asking you, and I'm pretty sure you said you don't do nudity.
Like,
She
just
said
on
on
Instagram.
Instagram.
No, I said.
Oh,
She
on
said on
Instagram.
I said on
OnlyFans. She
OnlyFans.
know. Everybody know you can't do it on Instagram. We know that. Don't be hitting us with that. We know that already.
But maybe
Don't pull that. She said
it
OnlyFans.
got
Oh.
miscommunicated.
Okay, so you do nudity.
Implied nudity, yes.
Well, I'm seeing, I've pulled up your OnlyFans here, and it says, my VIP club allows you to get exclusive content weekly, in-depth conversations with me daily, access to my pussy, and naughtiest content, customs, private lives, VIP. Access to your...
Subscribe to find out.
You want to walk back some of the things you've been saying a little bit here?
No.
Wait,
But
so
s-
why did
So
why
I
did you
mean,
say
maybe
no when I
so
said
so
we could
Jake
quit?
here was saying he wants his woman to be his. He doesn't want to see other people to see it.
You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff
So
up.
he doesn't want other people to have access to his woman's, which you essentially called insecure. Is that insecure?
Whoa.
That's
mackerel.
taking it pretty far. I was just
But that's
speaking
what
of the
you
terms
do.
of modeling and the modeling side of the things I'm doing.
Right, but you were like the frame here was like you were kind of talking about yourself to some degree.
Yeah, I was talking about my modeling.
Right, but you weren't letting on the full scope
That you
of
was a
your
nuder.
online content creation.
Oh, we
was a
were on
nuder.
that topic.
But the topics go hand in hand. You feel me? You just know deep down inside, you know that's wrong, and you're not trying to even promote yourself like that. You want to promote yourself like that to get money, but you don't want to promote yourself like that because you want to look like the girl next door. Look how you came up here. You low key. You know you want a husband. You know you want a quality man, and you know that is hurting your chances of getting one. So you ain't want to leave with that. Yeah, it was. You
That's why I was
cold-blooded.
confused and I asked you if it was like a broad thing of like women or like more specifically you. Because if you're talking about lingerie, like that's one thing like with other women, but I thought with you meant. I got confused on that. That's
Do you think that a guy would be insecure if he saw that and said that he doesn't want to date you?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, do I think?
Good
I
question.
think that would make him insecure, and he wouldn't want to date me.
No, do you think that if you were dating a guy, went on a first date, and you said, I've got this OnlyFans, he looked it up and saw that, and he said, oh, sorry, I don't want to date you, do you think that that would be an insecurity?
I don't know. I think it's just like a personal preference. Like I can't say whether the guy's insecure or not.
What do you think?
I don't think it has so much to do with insecurity. It's more like just what are your values? Like, what do you prefer?
Do you think that, because the way that I see it is that if a guy sees that and he does engage with dating a girl like that, I would see him as actually very insecure.
Fact.
Because he's just allowing that to be all over the internet. And I'd say that a secure man has very firm boundaries, and the boundaries would be
Facts. Y'all be having them twisted up. You feel me? Not only is he not insecure, he's very secure because he's serious about his life and what he's standing for. He's standing on business. You feel me? And an insecure man gonna go for anything. They be dating P stars and they be doing the most with the mostest. And y'all be, oh, it's insecure. How?
boundaries would be no, you cannot get naked and talk about your internet. That's mine. I'm the only one who gets to see that. So I'd say that that's actually very secure and someone who's firm in their boundaries. Would you agree?
I agree. Yeah, that's
So
a good point.
with that in
We
mind,
call
though,
those beta males.
with that in mind, though, in terms of your own dating prospects, why would you do that if you are looking to engage in something serious in the future?
Because I have a business that I'm starting and I make a lot of money through my OnlyFans and I want to self-fund my business.
So do you think that your business is more important than potentially having a family? And
Yes, 100%.
so you think that that's a good trade?
Hey, she is cold-blooded. Oh, my. 100% money over love, 100% is crazy. But I see that more and more nowadays. You know, a lot of girls are focused on their career. They career-driven. I'm fine with being alone for the rest of my life. Me and my rolls. Me and my toys. I don't need a man. F a man. You know, you see that more and more nowadays. But what I'm starting to see a lot of is older celebrity women that's doing interviews now that regret how they was living. They regret not focusing on trying to get married. They regret on not trying to find love. They regret on not having kids and raising families. They regret that at a later age. It's cool when you're in the best years of your life. You attractive. You getting all the attention you want. You fine. You pretty. But that's going to go away one day. Yeah, all that attention, all that's going to go away one day. And you're going to want somebody, you're going to want love then. No matter how much money you got, you're going to want somebody that you genuinely love you. You ain't going to want to have to settle for some dude that's, you know what I'm saying? You're going to want the guy that you praise. Oh, the guy you want to follow, the guy you will be submissive to. You going to want him to love you. And it's going to be too late to get him, baby. Shit going to be tough. Hey, just because you were focused on your career, you were focused on money, okay, understood. 100%, right? I want to see where you at in 20 years.
Money over, you'd be happy to be single for the rest of your life as long as you have your lingerie business?
As long as I have my lingerie business, I don't care about meeting
That
anybody
is
or
insane.
having, that's my
That is
number one
insane.
priority in life. It's
Do you
my
think
passion.
that will fulfill you long term?
Yes.
How so?
I love it, and I'm very close with my family. My mom is my business partner.
What about when your mum dies?
That would suck.
Wait.
I can't even imagine.
Wait, your mom is your business partner?
Yeah.
And she is.
And she's aware of the
OnlyFans?
access to your thing.
We're very close. She knows every single thing about my
Does
life.
she shoot for you?
Shoot my content?
Yeah.
No, it's self-shot. Everything on my OF is
Does
shot
she
by
have
me.
an OF?
No. Thought about
Wait,
it.
what does your mom think about the whole prostitution thing?
Prostitution?
Yeah.
You mean my OnlyFans?
Well, it
Yeah.
is a form of prostitution if
Oh,
you're
y'all-
accepting
I'm
money.
not saying you're a streetwalker, but
You're
Yeah.
saying my OnlyFans is prostitution.
Sex work.
sex work, yeah.
That's not prostitution.
She's stuck. I do not like the choice of words, Brian. Can you please use another word to define my job, please?
Selling your body
and getting money is 100% prostitution.
Okay, for lack of respect.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's.
And you're saying, does my mom know about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows about my OnlyFans.
Is she in favor of it, against it? What does she think?
She knows the kind of content I post, and sometimes like I'll send her the sets because I'm really proud of like the type of photos that I'm creating for there. So yeah, I mean, she doesn't have anything negative to say. Would she rather me not have an OnlyFans? I'm sure, but we're business partners together, and I'm funding the business, so I don't really know like what else I could do besides.
Would the business run without the OnlyFans? Would it operate at a profit or at a loss?
We haven't launched yet, so I'm not sure, but when we do launch, I'm sure that will be the case, and that is the plan.
Also, just to clarify on the prostitution thing, so just the definition, the practice or occupation of engaging in sexual activity with someone for payment. So,
But you're not engaging, it's like online.
You said conversation. So you're like,
Well,
are you
anyone
messaging
who's
them?
engaging in your photos and your videos or whatever, I
I
mean,
just
that
think
is
of
a
as, like,
two-way
a
street.
physical thing, but
And then you did say you're like, well, that's like the disrespectful way. What would be the respectful
because I
way
don't
to
think
describe
women
it?
who do OnlyFans are prostitutes. I think that's a huge stretch. I mean, is Cardi B a prostitute because she has an OnlyFans?
She actually was. a
Yes.
prostitute.
She
She
was,
was a-
but I
she-
don't think all these
Once-
She actually was. Man, but people ain't out here glorifying Cardi B. See, that's what's the crazy thing in this world. Like, that's what you aspire to be like. Cardi B do it, so it's cool. You trying to be Cardi B, shorty? That is
celebrities
crazy.
who are on
Oh, is
there
that
are
She's a terrible example as well.
Horrible
Yeah,
example.
that's a bad example. But there's other celebrities on there, singers, and a bunch of other types of entertainers who aren't prostitutes.
Don't you
I
think
mean,
that's a little bit of an insecurity thing, though? Like being called something like a prostitute? Like if you're passionate and you're like self-confident
Proud,
with your
yeah,
job
be
and
proud.
everything, like wouldn't that be insecure where you got like offended being called a prostitute?
I am offended by that, and I am insecure about having an OnlyFans. I hate that I have to have one. It really sucks. I wish I was just a trust fund baby to where I could have a bunch of money to start my business, but I am a lingerie model, so I have a great platform to start something like an OnlyFans.
How many Instagram followers do you have?
1.3 million.
So why would you need an OnlyFans if you've got such a big platform on Instagram? Couldn't you just start small and just work your way up, work with influencers, get a digital marketing
Well,
agency, work
manufacturing
another
costs
job,
a lot
drive
of
an
money.
Uber?
That's why people do pre-orders and stuff.
but like I
there's
mean,
other business ways.
I've got my own business in terms of my channel and the content we do. We started from the bottom and we've just had to grind, and it's a slow process. Brian has the same thing. I'm sure other people at the table as well, but.
The
Those
business
sort of
model doesn't work like that.
Fast money comes with fast consequences as well. Dirty money comes with dirty consequences, and that sort of thing. Going into that to then sort of elevate yourself in the future will have like negative
And
ramifications.
I think he said around fast money come with slow consequences. Because right now, she don't see nothing wrong with it. She getting that fast money, cool. I'm living my best life, cool. But the slow consequences over time, you know, if she have kids, they going to get bullied at school for her behaviors. It's gonna be hard for her to find a man that she actually wants and admires. It's gonna be hard for that. Like she's setting herself up. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes with slow consequences.
What would the negative ramifications be?
You won't be able to a guy that you will want to be with won't want to be with you because of that
Facts.
past.
your husband,
concerned with
your
that.
husband and future children will not appreciate naked photos and videos of you being out there on the internet.
Well, that's not the person I would choose. I wouldn't
But-
choose.
You gonna settle for somebody. That person that you want not gonna choose you. Like I think they be getting that twisted. You gonna settle for somebody we not saying you not gonna get nobody. We not saying that. He said specifically the dudes that you want is not gonna choose you. So of course you're not gonna choose him because he's not gonna choose you.
Choose a person who had a problem with
Well,
that.
you can't choose your children.
Well,
They just
yeah.
are picked for you.
I can choose my lover, and I wouldn't choose
Do you
somebody who
want
had
children?
a problem.
Wait, do you want children now?
I would love to be a stepmom, and if somebody wants to have children with me, I'm definitely open to it.
Did you say that you said you don't like it, but that it brings...
Hills of Beverly donated $200.
Thank you, Hills.
Ladies, a chunk of you seem confused. What do you actually want? What are you looking for?
We'll come to that in a sec. So you have your question for her, and then we'll get to the TTS.
Yeah, so like you said, you don't like it, right? But it's just bringing you money for your lingerie business, right? Okay, so like I have a past, and basically when I was in certain things that I felt were demoralizing to a sense, but maybe financially profitable, like I started coming up with this analogy of how I felt, and I felt like every transactional thing that I was doing that brought me money externally was like morally bankrupting myself. That's just like I got to that.
It's called selling your soul. selling your fucking soul.
I understand what you're saying. I don't feel, what was the word you used? Like morally
bankrupt.
Morally bankrupt.
I don't feel morally bankrupt about having an OnlyFans at all. I feel very judged for it, but I'm very proud of the content I put out.
So if everybody was fine with it, then you would be fine with it too.
Yeah, of course, because I'm really proud of like the photo sets I put out. I think they're very sexy. They're very.
Would you do it for free?
Yes, because I love content creation. I'm a creative director, so I really like.
So if you had, it didn't earn you any money whatsoever, and you still had all the shame and the social stigma that you feel, you would do it still for free.
Well, I think that's what Instagram is.
But it's not putting naked
It's
photos
not
of
naked
yourself on
pictures.
Instagram.
Oh, no,
Like,
but-
does she not understand what we talking? It's like talking to a crazy person sometimes. Are you not understanding what we talk?
I would take photos for free.
But I'm talking specifically about the OnlyFans stuff. Would you do that for free?
Well, I mean, I kind of do the same thing on my Instagram as I do on my OnlyFans.
I think it's a little bit different.
I thought
From
you
what
said
we-
that you
from
do
what we
it
just
It's not
read.
that different.
Like access to.
We all heard
yeah,
you.
you can't show
I'm
that on
sorry to call you out,
Instagram.
sis, but we all heard you say that Instagram is totally different
Yeah,
from OnlyFans.
yeah.
But the process of it, taking photos.
That's
is
not
the
what
same
he's getting
thing.
at. He's getting at the quote pussy.
Oh,
Like-
the pussy thing on there.
Like, yeah, I think that's the big part. Like full access to your.
Would you show it?
She's trying to act like that's not happening. What is wrong with her? Hey, she trying to act like we did. Like, what's good? Like, we know already. We know. Why you trying to act like we don't know? We know. We know online you showing your whole body. Yeah, niggas get full access to the poo nanny on there. And you trying to sit here and act like your Instagram picture and your OnlyFans pictures are the same pictures. How? That's against Instagram guidelines.
For free. Because
You would not. Just say you won't, because she understands she backed into a corner, so she not trying to answer, because the answer is gonna make her succeed the point, really. So
Because
she
you're
trying
passionate
to
about
fight
it and you enjoy
But
doing it.
Just be real.
Well, I do want to move on a little bit. Porn bad. So going to the TTS Hills of Beverly, he asks, "What do you actually want? What are you looking for?" Go ahead.
That's a big question. I would like to be loved.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking for. Somebody that's like actually loving.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of guys that would be prepared to love you, I suppose, but they would perhaps, like, have you ever rejected a guy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But even
Somebody
though he
that
was
I
prepared
like,
to
but-
love you, right? So I'm sure there's more criteria.
Girls is crazy. They always do crazy stuff like this. Like, oh yeah, I just want to be loving and caring and passionate and emotionally available and just worship me. Like the dude in your DMs every day that's good morning beautiful, and you turning him down, and people that gorgeous, I want to take you to dinner, and you turning them down, and you and when he come up and, hey, can I get to know your name, and you and lying, saying you got a boyfriend and stuff. Those are the guys that's willing to do all of that. They willing to do all of that, and you turning them down. So it has to be more that you're looking for. So you might just be real, shorty.
Criteria than just a willingness to love you.
Somebody that I'm like interested in. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So what are some? Maybe you can give us just maybe some physical metrics that you look for, personality metrics.
Taller than me and interested in something like
Okay, how tall are you?
5, 6, or 7.
Okay, and taller than you, so 5'8".
That's fine. I've dated somebody that was the same height as me too.
Okay. I know you're young, but money, is that a component at all? Like, would you date a guy who works at McDonald's?
They make a lot of money. They make
Not-
like 20 an hour, right?
Well,
Compared to me, I mean, I don't have a job. I just go to school, so.
okay, but you would date somebody who works at McDonald's?
Sure, yeah, if I like them, if they were
Okay,
nice. And,
sure. Any other personality traits that you care about?
I would like for them to share the same humor as me.
Which is what?
I don't know how to
Dry as hell, it seemed like.
describe my humor. Like dry, kind of.
I could tell.
Dry, sarcastic. I don't like when I make like a sarcastic comment and a guy's like, oh, did I do something wrong? Did I offend you? And I was just joking.
Okay.
It kind of turns me away.
What about you? What do you want and what are you looking for?
I'd like somebody like Andrew Tate. somebody with.
See, that's what we saying. He would never take you serious, shorty. He would never take you seriously. Never, ever, ever in a million years would Andrew Tate take you seriously. Like, that's what I be saying. How what you want, how your actions don't follow the path of what you want is crazy to me. You sit up here talking all of this. Yeah, you can have access to my pussy and all of this. And then you want a person like Andrew Tate?
Somebody with like similar values to you, or a Charlie Kirk or Candace Owens. Like I really love those values.
But you do the complete opposite to even attract these people. What they would be?
It sucks that it doesn't align in some ways.
No, it don't align at all.
They're pretty different.
Well, I guess like a good combo.
Tate made sense because Tate's more like he has wives, different wives. He's a Muslim, like kids with the different wives and that sort of thing. And he's happy to not be so directly engaged with the woman. And I don't think that your lifestyle would bother him that much. But with Charlie,
no, it would. Charlie for sure it would. Candace Owens for sure it would.
Kirk, that sort of character, they're going to be looking for somebody who's very Christian and and really abides by that way of life.
We'll go around the table on this, but on what you're saying, Jake, in your pre-show notes, you said that you're a conservative and God-fearing OnlyFans creator.
Yes, I'm a kinky Christian.
That's blasphemous. That has to be blasphemous.
That's probably blasphemous. You're conservative.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I don't even think she's a real person.
I'm raging. I'm sorry.
I'm an open-minded person, and I don't judge people for.
And you're God-fearing.
Yes.
So if God.
You said kinky Christian though.
I think God fears you.
You can be kinky and not be putting it. You can be kinky.
Hey, this person is not a real human. This is not a real human being.
Within your relationship with your husband or your wife and not be putting you can be kinky with your husband or wife but not be putting it on the internet.
So wait, you're God-fearing. But so, I mean, by being involved in sex work, by producing pornographic content, by doing OnlyFans, this is probably a bit of a contradiction. You're Christian, correct?
Yes.
Which denomination?
Non-denominational, but I was raised Methodist.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, wouldn't this kind of contradict the Christian faith by being involved in sex work?
I don't think so. I think my relationship with God is personal, and
do you think God wants you to be doing OnlyFans?
I don't think God judges.
Do you? Well,
have you?
Hold on.
Only God could do that.
Do you think God wants you to be doing OnlyFans?
No, I think He wants me to have a successful lingerie company.
But you're doing OnlyFans?
Yes.
Okay, so...
Do you agree that one of the 7 deadly sins is lust?
Do I agree? It is.
Yeah. So would you say that you feeding men's lust and sort of feeding into that industry is something that would be contradictory to the Christian worldview?
Men's lust is not my fault if you have those emotions.
If men are lusting over you and you're providing,
and you're feeding into it, like you supplying the necessary ingredients for lust to even exist.
That willingly, would you say that you're a part of the process?
You're literally contributing to it.
It's called being a stumbling block.
A stumbling block?
Yeah, the Bible specifically says not to be a stumbling block for others.
And how am I a stumbling block?
Because you're putting yourself out there for guys.
On the ground.
And women are supposed to be modest. It talks about modesty in the Bible. And you're putting yourself out there so that men can come and pay for it.
Enabling the behavior.
Wait, did you say God can't judge you?
No, I said I don't think God judges me for having an OnlyFans.
That's like the whole point of the Bible, I think.
To follow certain morals and beliefs.
Yeah. Do you believe in the Bible?
What?
Yes.
Have you read the Bible?
Yes.
How much of the Bible have you read?
Hey, she been getting beat up this whole time.
Like
I low-key feeling sorry for her, but instead of just admitting she wrong and admitting her flaws, she keep doubling down and that just keep opening the door for more people to attack.
Scriptures here and there, or cover
Every
to
night,
cover?
my mom sends me a Bible verse before I go to bed, and that's been ever since the day I've left the house.
Can I share something that I learned? Because I used to read scriptures here and there, and I started reading the Bible cover to cover, and my understanding of the Bible and God.
Sorry.
It's so different now.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
It's very different now when you read it cover to cover, because God absolutely does judge. He tells us to leave our sin, and I have my own sin, right? I don't make excuses for my sin, and I don't say that it's justified or God is not judging me. I know that He is, and I try to do better.
I'm not ashamed of what I'm doing, though.
So she sends you Bible verses and you send her your nudes to look over before you post them?
They're
Good
not
point.
nudes.
Or lingerie pics?
Yes.
Okay.
I think she's making a good point, though, about the nature of sin, though, because we all fall short. Like, we all sin. I lust all the time whenever I see a beautiful girl. You wouldn't want to know what I'm thinking. But I think that there's something key in that, to know that it's wrong, and to know that what you're doing is something that you need to try and fight against, and that's actually the devil playing with you and actually tempting you. I know you don't feel that way, but you definitely should about
It's
it.
pride.
Wait.
Don't tell me how I should feel.
Well, I think we're going to have a conversation, and this is how I feel, and I'm telling you how I think you should feel. So it's my opinion and your opinion. You're welcome to your opinion, of course, but you are sort of...
Man, this is crazy. Like, don't tell me how I should feel about God accepting me showing my pussy off on OnlyFans. Don't tell me that that's wrong to think.
When you're doing OnlyFans?
Because I feel like I'm not doing anything wrong. Therefore, I'm not doing anything wrong. Therefore, I feel like God is not judging me. So therefore, God is not judging me.
Fans.
Like, who cares how you feel? Like, what you feel does not matter in this world. I swear it don't. How you feel does not dictate nothing.
You're definitely feeding into the industry of lust. This is absolutely
no matter how you
for the
feel.
immiseration of men who consume this content.
Does your religious convictions, does it supersede everything?
What does that mean?
Would you say your relationship with God or your religious views, would you say these things, your faith is one of the most important, or if not the most important thing in your life?
No. I'm going to tell you what the most important thing to her in her life is. Money. That's all she's looking for right now. Money. Attention brings money. So she doing anything for attention just to get that money to fund that lingerie business that hasn't happened yet. But that's the most important thing. That's what I done got out this interview so far.
It's not the most important.
We know.
What's more important than your faith?
My family.
Okay.
My
So is it
relationship with
family,
my
faith?
Family,
Lingerie
faith,
business.
career.
Career. Okay, so your faith supersedes your career.
Yes.
Okay.
Before you said
Her actions don't show that though. You feel me? I don't care what you say. I don't care if your actions don't back up the things you say. I disregard what you say and I go by your actions.
the career is the most important thing, and you don't care if you're single forever. So
I
what do
did
you
say
mean?
besides my family.
Like,
Okay.
And we were
okay, not
talking
like
in-
building
And
a
so,
family.
No, we were talking in terms of what I value,
So,
having a career
you-
over finding love.
You said you were God-fearing, right? So again, do you think God wants you to be doing porn?
No,
He doesn't want you to be doing
of
porn.
course not.
So why do you
Okay.
continue?
Can I
What do
interject?
you think Satan wants you to be doing?
What do I think Satan wants me to do? I don't really think about what Satan wants me to do.
Okay, so if you're God-fearing and God doesn't want you to do porn, how do you reconcile these two kind of
Talk to me.
conflicting?
I don't consider myself doing porn, but I know everybody has different definitions,
Okay,
so I
so
don't want
fine.
to debate that.
So okay, fine. God doesn't want you to be posting nude or near nude photographs on your OnlyFans. How about that?
Okay.
And let's say, do you consider it sex work?
No. But it's okay. Like for the sake of conversation, we don't have to debate it.
Okay, I won't even use the term that you don't agree with. Do you think God wants you posting nude or near nude photographs on your OnlyFans?
I don't think God cares about that.
What?
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
I've heard you talk about your mom a lot, but what about your father?
We're very close too.
You're very close
Yes.
to.
Does he know you do OnlyFans?
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that you have the P word in your profile?
I don't think he's read my profile,
Okay.
but if he read that, I don't think he would care because my parents, I'm very close with them. They know me very well, and
Nah, this place is crazy. She's not a human.
Are your parents still together?
no.
Pray for me too, Andrew. Pray for your boy, man.
I have a stepdad too. We're also very close.
And how does your stepdad feel about it?
He supports me 100%.
She ain't had no real man in her life. Like, what's going on in the world right now? You just sit there, I'd be dang, boy, if I let my daughter do what? What? You finna do what? With who? Well, shit me.
Because they know I'm building a lingerie business. So
Man, they don't care.
OnlyFans.
So they don't care how you build a lingerie business. They don't care if you take 10 sausages to the head every night. Long as you building towards that lingerie business, they proud of you, huh? They don't give a damn how you get there. You can sell crack. They can sell crack, be a foot dragging out on the streets.
Isn't my career. I am using my social media fans to make an income.
Do you make of the money that you do make? What percentage comes from OnlyFans?
The majority.
This is like the biggest cope ever. Like, well, I'm currently a drug dealer selling methamphetamine to 12-year-olds, but it's in furtherance of me starting a swimsuit company down the line.
Straight up.
So it's justified because I'm trying to start a legitimate business
Hey, Brian, with you,
with
my brother.
my not so
with you.
legitimate.
Do you plan on
business.
stopping OnlyFans if your lingerie business takes off, even if OnlyFans makes more money than your lingerie business?
Yes.
Do you know where it says in the Bible to like do what you want as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't feel like I'm hurting anybody else if that's what you're getting at.
That doesn't say that in the Bible.
Okay.
That says that in the book of Satan. Just so you know. It's do what thou wilt. But in the Bible there's very strong.
That was a mic drop.
Hey, why she hit her ass with the okey doke like that? Okey doked her ass. Oh
Where?
my goodness.
I don't.
So you know in the Bible where it say
Want as long. Do you know where it says in the Bible to like do what you want as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else?
Yeah.
Where?
yeah.
I don't feel like I'm hurting anybody else if that's what you're getting at.
That doesn't say that in the Bible.
Okay.
That says that in the book of Satan. Just so you know. It's do what thou wilt. But in the Bible there's very strong.
That was a mic drop.
Did you have something on this, or?
I kind of. You never said that having children was the most important thing to you. You said stepchildren, you would be down
I'm
for
open to
that.
having children.
But you're open to it. So if that was a futuristic goal, which it sounds like the only futuristic goal you have is for your business, my whole thing is, you know, what you put out there, it doesn't go away. So you meet the love of your life and they have a child, or you guys have a child, whatever it may be, and they come across these pictures. I don't care if it's on OnlyFans or not. Other people are going to see it. It's going to happen. People screenshot, people, record. I mean, now, we all make mistakes. I make mistakes. I am not a huge, I have spirituality. I am a non-denominational Christian, but I am not, I don't harp the Bible every single moment I can, and I make mistakes, just like anyone else in most cases. But don't you, like, is there anything in you, like, what would happen?
What would my children think?
Not, well, you wouldn't be able to say what your children would think, but, like, is that something that, like, you think about?
None of my content is vulgar, so I really am not
It says
ashamed
pussy
of
on your profile thing.
saying the word pussy and
Well,
the
they have
content you put out are two different things.
Yeah, access to your pussy.
That's vulgar.
Or you
Access
just
to your
but the photo,
pussy, and I
She's already making my head hurt. Like, what's good? Like, she ain't got no accountability to what she doing at all.
None of my content is vulgar, so I really am not
It says
ashamed
pussy
of
on your profile
saying
thing.
the word pussy and
Well,
the
they have
content you put out are
access
two
to
different
Access,
things.
yeah, access to your pussy.
That's vulgar.
Or you
Access
just
to
say
your
that it's not
But the
actually-
photo,
pussy,
but the
and I hate even saying that word out loud
So you're
personally.
not
So
gonna
you're
say it.
baiting them, and then you're saying you're posting like vanilla tame stuff. But I mean, you're baiting men to think that they can have access to.
Yeah, that's how the platform works. Yes.
But
I
that
feel like
in
you're
and of
just so
itself is
pretty and you
vulgar.
seem like you're very well spoken. I just feel like there's so many other things about yourself you could utilize to make money where you're not doing a form of sex work, because yes, it is. I don't mean to say that to disrespect you. I say that because
Call
it's
it like
truthful.
it
That's a
is.
compliment. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Do you have some
I think all of
recommendations
us
of
feel
other things that I could
way
do?
too.
Well, for one, if you're interested in doing you have a platform of how many? 1.4 million? There's your bread and butter right there. Do some.
How many of the followers did you buy?
I didn't buy any of my followers.
So,
So then you-
organic
so you've
followers
built-
at
I've been
that
modeling
amount?
since I was 10 years old.
So if you've got an organic platform on Instagram of 1.1 million followers and you can't think of something to do that's not sex work,
Well, I also I do that as well. I
With
do both.
well, there you
With
go.
business and stuff, I could tell you a million things you could do to promote
You
your
could-
business. You have a million followers. You could pre-sell your stuff, and that's people
Yes.
pre-buying your stuff.
I
So
plan
then
on
you
doing
can do
that.
that. But you're asking
But
for
you still
other
have to pay
suggestions.
to get something if you want to pre-order something. So where do you get the money to get it made? Because
You can take pre-orders,
using
or
their
you can
money.
also go online. I've owned a couple businesses myself. When it comes to getting your sourcing, obviously you need to have a dollar amount.
Hail
You
and
can
well
take-
met. Lol Paladins
Well,
donated $200.02. She's just here to advertise for more simps to her of. I think she was lying about gay man to not scare away subs. She isn't interested in relationships. Too bad I can't afford the coin for the kick.
Lol Paladins, good to see you, man. Wait, really quick, God-fearing, what's your favorite Bible verse?
I don't know.
When's the last time you went to church?
A few months ago,
When was the last time
Which
you
church was it?
it was a church in the Woodlands.
Which denomination?
Methodist.
Non-Methodist. Okay. I think it's all cap, honestly. I think it's just like
Can I
All
ask, when's the last time you prayed?
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's all cap, but okay. So
Me too,
let's just
man.
move on.
She can't be a human. She can't be real life human, man.
No. You say that you're. Listen, I'm not here to pile on, but I'm just confused about one thing. You said that you are a Christian kink. So you mentioned
Kinky
the first
Christian.
guy you mentioned that you want as your ideal is Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is Muslim, and he's already got I don't know how many wives. You know, I mean. How
Man, Andrew Tate is not touching her. He might touch her. He might flip her around for a night, but he not cuffing her. He not wifing her.
how does that work? Like you would have to convert to Islam to
I don't
be.
think Andrew Tate's worried about just having Muslim wives.
I think Andrew
he's got-
Tate's got a real.
no, that's not- I'm not worried
he's got like
about-
Romanian wives.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him. I'm just saying that if she's as convicted as
But I don't
she
think
says,
she was meaning Andrew Tate specifically.
She was just giving an
Seeming
example.
like a personality like Andrew Tate and Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens, which all of them are super strong personalities that stand for something. They is not going for that. Like what? When Andrew Tate was young, he had a whole bunch of little hussies doing that for him. He was more like a pimp. He'll put you on the team. He'll pimp you out. But for his wife, he put a ring on your finger. Be proud to show you around.
Not all
an
the
example
things
of a
about him. There's just like a
type of
few
man.
qualities. Like people get the whole like image of a very manly man. I mean, let me give a way better example. Joe Rogan, somebody who's open.
Joe Rogan not going either. Like
Open-minded.
none of these people you want. Like that's why he specifically said the man that you want, you ain't gonna get. Right? That's why he said that.
Very, let's say, conservative, but also socially
edgy.
liberal.
Yeah.
A socially liberal
So a
person, which
moderate?
that's how I see myself.
Yeah, it's
Is
not
is
conservative.
Joe Rogan conservative?
No, he's
I don't
not.
think he's not.
I don't think
either.
Charlie.
I'd say if anything,
Kirk
Joe
is
Rogan would be a liberal.
Yeah, he's pretty.
No. He's not.
That's what I'm
What,
saying.
what's
close.
what's
Yeah, that's what I'm
conservative?
saying.
Maybe a Tony Hinchcliffe.
He's gay, isn't he?
No, he has a wife.
A type.
Is he bi, you said?
Wait, what do you mean when you say socially liberal? Was that the word you used?
Socially liberal.
How are you socially liberal?
Well, I have an OnlyFans.
Sure.
so
Besides that, though,
that's pretty liberal.
pro-choice.
No, I'm not pro-choice.
Okay. You're fine with like the kids getting the
Killer of
puberty
Cereal
blockers or
donated
whatever?
$200. Can't turn a garden hoe into a house tool. No Christian says God doesn't judge. Put that slogan on your lingerie and breed a new generation of degenerate feminist boss babes who also like to show pee.
Definitely not a feminist.
Conservative, but
I'm fiscally conservative.
Oh, okay. Not all right. Let's keep things moving.
Yeah, man, she can't be a real human being, man. Like he said, I think she was capping, trolling, there to advertise. I don't know, but she can't be rid of that. Was not a real person. I can't believe this. Ain't no way, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Like, comment, hit that subscribe button. Y'all got any requests for me, throw it in the comment section. Hit me on Instagram, CashApp, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chat. Buy me a coffee, man. All the above, man. Rock with me. Links down below in the description. I appreciate y'all as always, man. Much love.